Okay, hey there, Leo. This is Kim here to do your messages. Look, I still have paint kind of on me. I've been painting today. It's been fun. So I have paint on my hands, just FYI. A marker of the fun I've had today. So I'm using some interesting decks that were gifted to the channel. So yay, thank you so much. Gabby, thank you for gifting to this channel. Appreciate you, and the channel appreciates you. The Cosmos Oracle and the Quantum Tarot. So I have these little books out that probably only will last about a week or so. I mean, it doesn't take me long to get to know these decks. So I think they go along well with this Kim Krans alchemy deck. So we're going to use the alchemy deck first, and then we'll get into the Cosmos Oracle. It's been interesting. Oh, what's going on for Leo? I'm seeing some good things. I'm seeing some good things. I saw Jupiter. Are we going back to the collective message? That might be a message for you to check out the collective message, just because that was the card that came out for the selective collective. That one I saw, and I saw Jupiter with it, but well, and the moon. Look, we have two moons here. That moon card came with the Cosmos Oracle. So, coagulation. A stuckness. It's stuckness. Alright. Something's opening up in a very mysterious way. There are changes when you have the moon. You don't necessarily know what they are, but you might not even have all of the details, might not have all the information, but you may have intuition alarming and telling you that things are going to change. Definitely, though, coagulation is stuckness. It's feeling like from a 3D perspective, like there's no way out, or there's a lot of things that make it just so complicated here to deal with. So something is going to change that kind of drastically. With the 10 card, it is a card about it's about changes and adapting. Maybe a divine detour. It has a crystalline structure to it. So might even be talking about your light body, like coming more online with your light body. And the androgen has no name, so there's no label on it yet, but it looks like a lover's energy or something that's going to come together. The blue rose representing a new spiritual experience, and those two rainbows like a promise. There's a promise to create something new. And the spider is dropping down, almost like a connection hasn't yet been made. That's how I feel with this card. It's like it is there to create something beautiful, like the spider can create with the web, right? But it's just now dropping down. So there's a connection that's to be made. You don't know a thing about it yet. All right. I like a mystery. The good. Cosmos Oracle. And again, you'll have to excuse me using the guidebook in the beginning. Yeah, I'll definitely have to use the guidebook. All right. Scintillation. Yep. Un moment. Un moment. And Libra. I know a little bit of French, and I'm looking in my... Is my Libra? No, I don't know very much at all. I don't remember very much at all. But let's see here. Scintillation. Flash of light. See, I had no idea what that was. I had no idea what that was, and this is really cool. I'm going to read this to you guys. So here, let me make sure The Cosmos Oracle is getting their credit due here. Okay, scintillation is the flash of light. Scintillation is a phenomenon which consists of quick explosion of light, which can be of low or high intensity. The glare of this intense light indicates something or someone has a quality that they are normally missing. Oh. It is a brief but good omen that can repeat itself. It's important to bear in mind that it is an expression of light and energy. Ultimately, it does not matter how long it lasts or if it will even be repeated. Instead, one must be able to enjoy the flash of light it brings. This is like the firefly energy to me, of a stroke of brilliance, a moment of genius, manic burst of energy. Perhaps that's what it is, a manic burst of energy. Something that you didn't know that you could do. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Vapor trail. Vapor trail. So scintillation. Alright. And vapor trail. And thank you all for helping me learn these cards. For being here with me and bearing with this. Vapor trail says the past left its mark in the sky. When we see a vapor trail in the sky, we see the trail in the air left behind the moving body. Gives us a sign or signal that this is about an event that happened in the past. Huh. Despite its appearance, it does not pollute our ecosystem. It is a past that has left a mark, but has not contaminated it. And then there's a quote that says, we are all time travelers of the past and future, which become the present when we are in them, leaving the present in this unknown time. Talking about moving on from your past. Or an epiphany moment that you had in your past. More importantly, it's about the past, maybe, like they say, you know, the scars, the battles that we have gone through, the wounds that we have healed from. It's a big emphasis on we have healed from, right? Pulsar. Celestial uterus. Celestial uterus. Genesis, fertility, and support. Giving birth. The uterus is the container, or being in solitary. Solitude. I think I like it better said like that. Being in solitude. Being in silence. It's the moment in the vessel, in the container that's about to give birth. It's the stillness. It kind of makes me feel like it's a void place too. Where something is actually happening. It says we acknowledge ourselves as human creators who change our skin on a cyclical basis, revealing its hidden gestation process. Our projects and relationships are formed in that way. It is a continuous birth. Something's in the past. Tell me about what this thing is. What is going to form? It feels like it might be tied to this androgen, this maybe a connection. What is going to form? Constellation. That's kind of big, isn't it? There is a constellation card in this 108 oracle also that I have. And Cancer is the sign that's associated with the constellation in that deck. And it talks about influence, connection. The constellation is a magical connection which links the points. Groups of light energy and the formation of a system. And this can be referring to the cosmic or terrestrial family, signs, peoples, and things that are connected. It's divine groups that are a whole. So these things, something that's going to be formed. Like I said, there's a connection that is going to be formed. And it may be a feeling of like you are always in my soul group, in my soul family. Like the connection was always there. It's just about lighting it up. That might be what this scintillation is. Because they just showed me like Christmas lights, you know, being connected and like a spider's web and them always being connected, but then one lights up. All right, so maybe you can tell us what is the purpose of this constellation. They're wanting me to look under there. A secret. I ask for an answer, I get a secret. So the golden rose is a sacred secret. It feels like it's talking about a mysterious connection here, that it's here for the purpose of some sort of thing that you're meant to create together, though. Together has the promise of being a beautiful new experience for you and these people or a person. Laughable, but tell me about the secret. The proton. Positive. It's a positive secret. Parallel universes. Oh, how interesting. See, I love this deck. It's so interesting. Okay, you can see them all, right? Wow, parallel universes. Oh, I love it. Okay, proton. You know, I watch a lot of food videos. Sometimes just to watch people eat when I'm hungry, because it's like vicariously I get to eat through them. So mukbangs and stuff like that. I'm strange. You all already knew that. Okay, proton is the fundamental part of the nucleus here. And we know it's positive, right? And we know it has a positive charge. But it is the largest elementary particle with a positive electric charge. Forms the fundamental parts of all universe. It's the fundamental. It's a positive connection from a parallel universe. And that's as much into the secret as they're probably going to give you. Let's look up parallel universes. The power of choice. I'm going to read it, okay? I promise I won't always do this. This is just to learn this. Okay, how did you become who you are today? How did you get to where you are? Although you've lived situations, events, and experiences that we have throughout life, and those are important factors, they are not the answer to these questions. They happen to play a role of the apparent ones, but the real determiner is choice. And they may appear for the most obvious reasons, but it is choice which plays the key role. Even when we do not have a choice, or we do not make a choice, or we don't have a choice, we're still choosing. I agree. I agree. Every choice that you have made, no matter how small or irrelevant, attracted threads of energy. Yeah, that made you who you are today. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's because I'm a big believer in divine plan and meaning and purpose. I'm not a nihilist. I'm somebody that absolutely feels like everything you go through there's a reason, there's a mold, there's a shape, there's a purpose. Anyway, well, this is about choice, and maybe it's about choice, about stepping into some sort of different type of purpose, or purpose here to create something new, maybe. With each choice, infinite possible webs transpire into other realities. Many of the things that happen to us do not come through choice, but we always choose what to do with them. The decision of the universe works in mysterious ways, but always in our favor. Our choices are correct, and our choices are sometimes correct, and at other times we can make them to be. So I feel like they're leaving me hanging here still. This whole sacred secret, which is a thing that's supposed to be unlocked for you. Like at a certain time, it gets unlocked. It's either an ability, yeah, like an epiphany, something like maybe a DNA, crystalline structure. Maybe it has something to do with that. 10 of Cups. Okay, so I'm going to use Quantum Tarot too. I've been really thinking about this quantum stuff because of all of these cards. I have been really thinking, I mean, and I've always been kind of interested in it anyway, but it's the message that came to me today was it's not magic, it's quantum. That's what came to me, because they were showing me, like my spirit guides were trying to show me a person who was able to step outside of their 3D reality and envision past, present, future, all the stages of everything happening. And then they showed me how the things that we look at as magical, miracle, signs, and synchronicities, how those threads were like weaved or connected into the path or whatever possibility it was you're trying to follow. And so, like, from that point of view, it was like, oh, well, yeah, well, then of course that's going to happen. But from our point of view, it's like a 2D image looking at a 3D image. It's like we see something morphing and changing or coming into our existence, then disappearing. We feel like it's magic, but it's probably quantum. Anyway, that's what my mind did, that rabbit hole today. That was interesting. Quantum Tarot. And again, thank you for the gift to this channel. It means a lot to have new things to get this to get these readings going, because we always like new information, you know, always. Oh, I like that one. Oh, I like that one too. 2 of Cups. Look how beautiful that 2 of Cups is. Oh my goodness, the artwork. I'm in love. I'm in love, and that is love. 2 of Cups. It's real love. It's real love. I have judgment energy here. Spirit, whoa, Spirit's really trying to wake you up to something here. Leos. Spirit is trying to wake you up, alert you to something. What is it that you're creating? What is it you are magnetizing into your life at this time? Because their plan is like unfolding here with you, I see. Death card. Change and transformation. I'm going to look this one up in the corner because I have looked this one up already. I'm going to go ahead and we are at a consensus of how I feel judgment energy is. But I just want to give credit where credit's due. Quantum Tarot, the death energy for Quantum Tarot. By the way, they associate judgment here with the multiverse. So, it's big. They're wanting to express how big a revelation is going to be. Maybe it's a scintillation. Big flash. All right, death, matter and antimatter. Interesting. I learned about antimatter back when I was young and I heard it on a radio. I think it was like the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. I was young and I remember them talking about this stuff that they could produce that essentially broke apart everything. I mean, that's how my little mind, I remember them saying a teaspoon would be enough to wipe out like a nation. Look, I don't know how true that is, but I know that back then they were talking about it as this very dangerous scientific study. Isn't that what they do at CERN anyway? Deal with antimatter. Anyways, all right, so matter and antimatter. Every particle has a corresponding antimatter particle. Antimatter has the opposite charge to ordinary matter. When a particle meets its antimatter partner, they annihilate each other in pure energy. This is part of the constant change in the universe. Death card represents a destructive part of that cycle. Even if the change is for the better, it comes with a certain amount of resistance. Perhaps because change is essentially a form of death and it reminds us of our own mortality. Ooh, that's deep. Yes, perhaps. Perhaps. Two of Cups, binary system. It says a binary system. A binary system is a pair of stars that have been caught by each other's gravity to remain in perpetual orbit around each other. Cups are a realm of emotion, and the Two of Cups can indicate falling in love and entering in a relationship. This is a meeting of minds and hearts. It is either a friendship or a love or a business partnership on the horizon, obviously, right? There's a secret. Seven of Wands. Action. I think of action. I think of your energy here, Leo. Right? I think of your energy. 5, 6, 7 of Wands. I think this is about action, but there's a little bit of maybe signs and synchronicities also pointing you to some sort of action, maybe about what to end or what to close out in your life. A chaotic cycle, perhaps. You see how this like Mars here, action is like it's one of the steps, but there has to be this I want to change something first, right? Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. All right. Queen of Swords, representing wisdom gained through experience and often suffering. She has honed the sword of her mind and gained the maturity to deploy it wisely. She can hold the mental energy of the swords, knowing when to speak and knowing when to stay silent. Oh. Knowing when to speak and knowing when to stay silent. Interesting. Two Cups, Chariot. I want to know more. I want to know more about the Queen of Swords. I want to know more. Sorry, I've been painting today and it's got me in a very happy mood. I'm in a happy mood. So, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Lovers. King of Cups too on the bottom. Their passion brought war to the galaxy. Something's going to happen quick. Flash of light. Quick. This is, to me, this is a love interest for the majority of you all. Now, I mean, it represents a crossroads, right? A major crossroads in our life. A soulmate. Maybe a solution to this coagulation. I just keep looking at it. I'm like, why is that there? What is this about? Well, it has something to do with all these other things. I just haven't, maybe that's how you feel. I haven't even wanted to touch it. Like, it looks like it would take a while, and oh, ooh. Thunderstorm, power. I'm going to read it all though, okay? Because it says a lot of things. And just like this, like, death card energy, especially with the colors, I'm getting a feeling, you know, like they're really stressing. They're not wanting to be, I like how they're wording things, because they're not wanting to be negative about it. They're just like, you know, hey, she's smart because she's dealt with some BS. Death is a card of transformation, sure, but it's often resisted and it can be uncomfortable. Yeah, like all of that's true. That's all really true. It resonates. So I'm going to read everything on this card. Thunderstorm says, power, destruction, trouble, electric display, a warning, out of control, energy shift, conflict. Did I say triumph over evil? I don't know. Triumph over evil, fierce, booming, conflict, and an opportunity to overcome. And he had the millionaire, billionaire card. So what in the world? How did it, I didn't even get a message here that led me to think, oh, this is about your pentacles. But it's like, is this the parallel life that you're connecting with? Is this the secret? Might have something to do with the secret here. So, because it's the big thing, okay? Motherload, it's prosperity, jackpot, success. Good fortune, having plenty, money maker, sudden wealth, the real deal, on easy street, accomplishment, advantage, fortune, the prime source. Now, I would feel kind of bad if I stopped at that point, because I want to find out. I want to find out what the motherload is about. Let's keep using this quantum tarot. What is the motherload about? Wow. The Tower and the Two of Swords. Really pretty tower energy. See that? Very pretty tower energy. It's big. Okay, that's massive change. That's big change. It's gonna take down everything. If there is this little ball here, if it's intertwined in this tower, it's coming down too. You want it? That's why I'm not even thinking about it. It's because it's not going to be anything. It might seem big right now in whatever place you're at, but in this parallel life, that's nothing. All right, Tower. Let's look up their message, because I think it's specific to these messages here with this deck. All right, the Quantum. Oh boy, wow. Idea. A strange and frightening world it is. At odds, apparently, with the stability of the material world, gives us a perfect image for the Tower. It is shown being struck by lightning, and two figures fall. It symbolizes disruption and shock, a break in the continuity of our lives. It is not necessarily negative, but it can be challenging because it is going to send you far outside of your comfort zone. It's going to make you realize how old of ways of thinking you were carrying the whole time. And the main message about the Tower, I love this. Kudos to these people, Quantum Tarot. Kudos for how they worded this. Ultimately, the Tower's message is freedom. The lightning strike, it's a flash of illumination. Look, that nothing's ever going to be the same after this point. Scintillation. Right? Wow, Leo. Yeah, it says, we even are filled with sudden understanding and insight, even enlightenment. Scintillation. Look up that Two of Swords. Wow. I love the way they said that. So nothing ever is going to be the same. Two of Swords, dark matter. Oh, I remember this one. The way they describe it as being conflicted in the psyche. Psyche and calm. Okay, it may have your mind like overthinking. It may have your mind going back and forth. I don't know. It just might be like, it might be, it feels like it's thought overwhelm or mental overwhelm because something is going to be a bit much. Because it's like freeing energy after this coagulation energy, you know? Well, whoa. A lonely one, we're having fun. That's a song. I need someone I can rely on. Oh, na na na, na 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 na. I'm not singing it very good. Yeah, well, this would be complete shock if you were in this place right here, Leo. If you're in despair, if you're really wondering, how's this coagulation energy going to move? How's something ever going to change? What are you expecting? Are you expecting this energy? Are you expecting things to stay the same or to even get worse? Careful with that. Careful with your expectations. And always, it kind of reminds yourself of this automatic negative thinking that can happen automatically, without us realizing that that's what we're doing. Look at all this lightning. Pathway is the Tower. The pathway is this lightning energy, isn't it? High honor. Thoughts? Courthouse. Courthouse, making something official or something becoming official. And the papers that you need. Freeing yourself. Or feeling free. This is the journey. Tell me more about the pathway. So they're saying not to expect the worst here. Don't expect the worst. Give more information. Something that seems very complicated will get sorted out. That's like the coagulation, that big ball of yarn. Something is complicated or feels like it's a big mess. There's many working components. You have future gains here also. It's just, I keep getting that message, like something that you thought was really big turns out to be nothing at all or very small. And then along with the millionaire billionaire card with the motherload, you also have the yacht, which is adventure, affluence, luxury, mobility, travel, great ease, smooth sailing, sophisticated, with the wind, self-indulgent, prosperity, comfort, wealth, over the top, and extravagant. And the hot air balloon on the bottom, balance, uplifting, freedom, going with the flow, to rise above, a new perspective, untouchable, defying gravity, continuous flow, ascension, view, elevate, and feeling good. Closing out Leo's reading, 99. 99. It's time to get to work on the realization of your soul's mission in life. You have a higher purpose in this life that is yours and only yours to fulfill. So unleash your true power. I am courageous. Perfect message to end off here for Leo. Sending you so much love. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful week coming up ahead. Wonderful weekend. Bye.